It seems pretty crazy how you can go from having a really healthy lineup to all of a sudden a bunch of guys are getting down and then Buffalo.
Yeah, it's happened quick. It's funny. The players were saying yesterday. Yesterday we had 10 forwards in practice yesterday. So yesterday we had to alter drills because of the number of forwards, how low it was. Just 8 days ago, we were adding extra forwards into a lot of our drills, so forwards would be going instead of 3. And that's the American League. It happens that quick. If you guys get some injuries that happened in games, and it happens, it's physical sport. And then all of a sudden, Byro goes up, which is awesome. Couldn't be more excited to watch the replay of that game later on tonight, because this is something that's been earned and deserved for probably about the last year and a half. And I'm excited to see how well he plays tonight.
What did he do right these first couple of weeks?
I think it's more what he's done right the last 3 years. Brandon Byro signed here as an undrafted free agent. Wasn't thought of as a high-end prospect in our organization. Struggled that COVID year. Had a pretty good first full year after that, but still it was, third, fourth line, things of that nature. But what Brandon Byro does every day is he is the first or the second guy here every single day. And he is in the shooting room at 8:05 every day. And he's in there working on his craft, and he's working on his game. And then he's one of our best players in practice every single day. He's one of our hardest workers in the weight room with Nick Craven every single day. And so what he does is over the course of years now, he's just stacked up win after win after win in terms of his daily habits. And we've seen it play out to where now he's one of the best players in the North Division and earning this opportunity. It's a great story.
One of the other guys you got tonight in New York playing Greg Slider, his season debut Saturday. What did you see out of him to get back there?
Well, Graham is a guy we signed for a reason. I coached Graham when I was at the national program. Seen him play forever, and he's a really smart player. He's competitive. He can play up and down your lineup because he's talented and smart enough to play with offensive players, but he's good enough defensively and hard enough to be on a checking energy line. He's a great penalty killer, and he can play center and he can play wing. So and then he's a former captain of an elite college program, and so he has those winning characteristics. And so those are things we intentionally look for when we sign guys to fill out the roster after the prospects. Is culture drivers, identity drivers, and versatile players that play winning hockey, and he has all those things.
Who do you have starting?
Cooley will play tonight. Hauser will back up, and Tokarski looks pretty good for the weekend. I think there's a good chance we can see Tokarski at some point over the weekend, but Cooley will start tonight with Hauser backing up.
And then it's a rematch from last year's playoffs, pretty intense series. What comes to mind, I guess, when you look back at that series and how those loss potentially filtered as tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that was a great moment, for our organization, for our guys. But that's last year, and this is new. And but these teams don't like each other. There's a good, healthy hatred between each other. That happens when, like with Utica, like both teams play hard. I think all three of us, we have our own styles, but I think all three of us are teams that are committed to being hard to play against. They're physically engaged, hard-nosed players. They play each other 12 times. Played them 17 times last year. Played Utica 17 times the year before. I mean, that builds some healthy hatred, which usually makes the games very good.
Right now, you guys are scoring a lot of goals. They're not giving up a lot of goals. So what are you seeing on video that's helped them limit
Well, they have a new coach this year, and it looks like a little bit of a change D zone, but they've always been a good defensive team. They were a really good defensive team the last couple of years as well. They're heavy, they're older, they have a big decor. I think their whole decor is 6'1" to 6'6", so they're always a hard team to score against. So I don't think that's changing just because the coaching staff changed. So they make you earn your goals. They're not going to hand out free offense. They're not trading line rush 2-on-1s with you. So you have to earn your offense against this team, and then you also better make them earn theirs, because if you give them free goals, they're a harder team to get it back on.
Both of these teams have good power players, so how difficult is it to stay out of the box?
Yeah, it's we need to do a better job. We were better at it on Saturday. That was great. You want to be three or under. There's going to be penalties called, and we want to be an aggressive team. So sometimes when you play aggressive, you have penalties called against you. So, but you want it to be 3 power plays or less. And if it is, you have a better chance for success on the penalty kill. Obviously, our penalty kill, I think it trended in a better direction last week. Even though maybe the numbers don't say that, I like the feel of it better last week. So hopefully that can continue tonight.
Yes. Will you be going with 11-7 tonight?
I am. Yeah, we are going 11-7 tonight. So Zach Metza will be back in the lineup again tonight. And
you have Nadeau in for his first game?
Olivier Nadeau will make his pro debut tonight, which is awesome. He's handled this adversity really well. We have a great player development staff, and that builds these really strong relationships with these prospects over years. And Adam Mayer, who runs that, Adam Mayer and I had a good meeting with Olivier a few weeks ago, and the information that he took, he's just applied in such a positive manner. His work ethic, his competitiveness in practice, and so it's neat to see. He's earned this opportunity, and it's neat for him to get rewarded, and we're excited to see him play tonight.
And Giroux is up to play as well?
Giroux is up from Jacksonville. He will warm up tonight, and then likely not play tonight if everybody else is healthy, but he will warm up tonight and be ready if needed.
So does that mean you have someone from the injured list coming back tonight?
It's a good question. I don't think so. I think everybody else is healthy. I think with Nadeau going in, everybody else is healthy.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. It was an easier call up for Drew than it was a send down. I never want to send anybody down. It's a horrible thing to do as a coach. It's one of the worst parts of our job. And his was times 10 because of how good of a player he is and what a great young man he is. He's a guy that you see and your day gets better. Every day is a great day for him. Positive energy, drips with it. I'm a big believer in that. I put a value on that here. Practices hard, brings energy, is a pest to play against. So we didn't want to send him down, but the numbers were the numbers, and so it's exciting to see him back.
During the 6 straight games, you always see 2 of the teams that good, not good.
I never really, I don't know, can't answer.
If you're winning,
no, I guess I don't look at it. I just never look at the schedule in that way. I never have. I never will. I don't make the schedule, so I don't worry about the schedule. The league makes it. They put it in front of us. My job is to get our team ready to play the schedule that they give us. So I don't ever really put any thought into those types of things.